into the topic, which is how to attract what you want. And I want to differentiate, first of all, the difference between what you want and what you need. What you need is what you have already. You already have what you need. God is, in His own wisdom, has a way of just giving us what we need. So everything you have at your disposal, the people you have, the environment you have, the emotional status that you're in, all that is what you need. What you want is now these other things that we've been praying for, that we desire, that we wish we could have and we haven't gotten. So what are these things? Things like probably you're praying for a husband or a wife, you're praying for a child, you're praying for a job, you are desiring to change the status of your life from where you are to the next or to another place, or to change your status. So now I want us to see how to attract what we want, not what we need, because again, what we need we already have. So point number one, I'm just going to give you 2 points. Number one is that you need to truly love yourself. How well do you love yourself? How well do you look at yourself in the mirror and acknowledge yourself for the good things that you've achieved, for the blessings that you've had in your life, for the kind of person that you are? How well do you love yourself? Do you really, can you say that you love yourself? And maybe you need to first begin with affirming yourself and say that from now onwards, I am going to send myself love. I'm only going to treat myself with too much love that that I've never experienced before, from myself, from within. So what can you do to love yourself? What can you do to to attract this kind of love? Because at the end of the day, the magnitude that you receive love with from the outside is equal to the level of love that you give yourself. The magnitude of love that you receive from the universe is equal to the way you love yourself. So how do you bring out yourself? If you realize that you have not been attracting love in your life, and I'm not talking about romantic love, I'm talking about love in general, love from friends, from people just coming on board to hold your hand and tell you it's okay. It's all narrows down to how much you love yourself. So start telling yourself, speak it out to yourself, that from today onwards, I am going to treat myself positively. I am going to love myself the way I am. And you need to stop condemning yourself. Ask yourself, who am I to condemn myself the way I do? Who the heck? Okay, who are you to condemn yourself the way you do? Because you don't need to. You shouldn't be the one condemning yourself, because the world is so negative, it's so filled up with a lot of negative energy. It doesn't need more from within, for you. If you are trying to attract something different, you need to stop condemning yourself. Stop judging yourself. So many times we are so negative to ourselves, and we say things to ourselves that we can never say to our worst enemy. And how do we do that? We say we say all these negative things to ourselves, not verbally, but through the way we think. So we think that we are not beautiful enough. We think that we are not good enough. We think that we don't deserve, we don't, all these kind of things that we think for ourselves, about ourselves. We judge ourselves so much. We condemn ourselves so much. Maybe what you need to tell yourself, because many times we judge ourselves because of the past mistakes that we've had or we've done. Maybe you can begin by telling yourself that I did what I needed to do given the circumstance. So, given the circumstance, I'm talking about the knowledge that you had at the time, the empowerment that you had at the time, the inspiration you had at the time, your surroundings, the people that were around you, your physical environment that you had at the time, your level of faith that you had at the time when you were making these mistakes. So now you can just tell yourself that I made this mistake because I was at this place in my life at that time. So now, because I know better, and when we know better, we do better. Because now I know better, then I can do better. So we don't need to keep on condemning ourselves because the circumstances have changed in here, in your head, in your mind. So you have to keep renewing your mind. You have to keep renewing your thoughts. You have to keep renewing what you are putting in your mind. Number two is that you need to embrace your imagination. Yes. You need to embrace your imagination. Everything that has ever happened in life, this pen is here with me because I thought of buying it. This pen is with me because the person who made it thought about it, thought about the nib, thought about the red color and all that, all the things that they thought about. Oops, my pen fell. Anyway, so you need to understand that everything that exists in the world, even the existence of life itself, was a thought. God thought that let there be light, let there be all the things that he created began with a thought, then he voiced them and they happened. Now you also, because you have a God in you, are able to create your circumstances. You are able to create different things that can happen in your life. And you just need to begin it with your head, with your mind. Always have the end in mind when you're beginning. So we have the power to create what we want. When I think of something, I feel. It gives me feelings, it gives me emotions. And once I feel whatever I feel, then I act on it. So these actions create things. There are no actions that happen without thoughts. There are no actions that happen without us having to think about it. The mind carries it in itself the answers to all the problems that you have, because these problems are just, things that you need to create. So the mind carries in itself the power to think and to create circumstances that will make the situation better for you, the situation better for everyone else. So you need to start affirming yourself again that I am confident that it's going to happen, that I have the power, that I have the ability to do what I need to do. You need to start convincing yourself or affirming yourself that I am serene enough to create this. I deserve it. So you need to start telling yourself, I know I deserve this. I am sure also that it's going to happen to me. I am sure that it's going to happen for me. I am sure that it's going to work out for me. I am sure, just convince yourself, affirming yourself. affirming yourself for the things that you want, affirming yourself for the things that you're trying to create in your mind. Even when we don't know how we are going to do it, there is always a way, because there is a God in you who never faces any obstacles, because there's no obstacle that is bigger than the God that is in you. All right? So again, attracting what you want, you need to start loving yourself, define what loving yourself means to you, and make sure that you're doing that, and start embracing your imagination. Start embracing your imagination, grow your imagination, believe in it. Believe in your own desires, believe in your own dreams, believe in everything that you're trying to create. So I will leave you with that for now, and I hope to see you again soon. Anyway, I'm going to be seeing you again soon. Have a good night, have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.